Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Saturday, May 10th, 2025. Let's rock. Okay, yesterday gold was up a little more than this, but it finished the day up $19 to $3,323. Silver up 29 cents to 32.69. GSR dropping a hair to 101.62. And if you're thinking about doing a GSR trade, I think you could totally do that right here. 104 would have been a better point to do it, but whether silver and gold go up or silver and gold go down, wouldn't you want to have the ability to trade your gold for silver and then your silver for gold when this normalizes back around 80 to 70? It's coming. Okay, and the 10-year yield closed up to 4.382, having nearly touched 4.4 yesterday, as the Fed is, standing pretty firm at the moment. Dollar, nonetheless, was down 0.21, and dollar still in a downtrend, and fell yesterday in spite of long rates going up. Copper futures also caught a bid. Copper up a nickel as it's traveling between $4.50 and $5 here. We'll have to see which way that breaks. And while I'm thinking about it, I remember seeing platinum hit $1,000 yesterday. Okay, you know what that means. Well, that often means that platinum is ready to reverse and take silver back down with it. I don't know if that's true or not, but certainly if you take a long chart, you can see platinum just travels in this range between 1,000 and 900, more or less. That may signify a top here in the metals market, and then again it may not. Okay, and back onto the economic calendar. What do we have on Monday? Fed head speaker, the federal budget, and of course lots of discussion in Washington about the big beautiful budget. We'll have to see what happens with that. I don't think we'll have any resolution for quite a while. Let's see, on Tuesday, NFIB Optimism Index, CPI, that'll be interesting. All the CPI measures, and it is anticipated to be year over year, they're calling for 2.3. We'll have to see what we get out of that. Wednesday, Fed head speakers. Thursday, initial jobless claims. Oh, and PPI as well. So it looks like the big days are going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And, the government says that they are talking to China this weekend. I don't think China's going to budge, or at least not very much. So I think there may be some disappointment about those talks happening over the weekend. They are very steadfast, even though their economy is suffering currently. But we'll see. If they do reach some kind of a deal, you'll have a 1,000-point up day, in the Dow. If it's a reasonable deal. If they don't, then I don't know, anything could happen. Okay, before we get back onto the deals, let's go to the question of the day. And I had a member, subscriber, ask, what about credit card prices versus cash prices? And his thought was, why don't you disclose the credit card prices? Because people don't really want to do checks and wires. Now, I only quote the cash price. So in this case, the cash price for a Silver Eagle over at Bullion Exchanges is 37.73, and the credit card price is 39.30. Now, that is an upcharge of 4%. Now, some dealers charge 3 from time to time. Other dealers only charge 2. And that may be kind of a push with your credit card. But at a 4% upcharge, I don't know anyone that uses a credit card. And that's why I use the cash price. You don't have to do a wire transfer. You can write a check and drop it in the mail, but you have to do so rapidly, right? Because if your check doesn't get there for a few days and spot prices go up, they won't fulfill your order. But if you do put it in the mail and they have it within 3-4 days, checks work just fine. Wires, many people do have to pay for a wire, so that wouldn't be my favorite form of payment. But again, I don't know any serious stacker that pays with a credit card. And you can pay with PayPal as well here, so I guess you'd get your 3% off if you have that PayPal card I like. You'd only pay an upcharge of 1%. You can also pay with crypto for a little less than the credit card price. But sorry, I went on and on there, but I don't think the credit card price is relevant. What do you think, and how do you pay? And I guess your four choices would be check or electronic check, and electronic checks work just fine. Crypto, okay, looks like crypto is a little cheaper these days than it used to be. Or credit card, what do you use to pay? And if you have a rationale for it, if you use a credit card, maybe tell us why that is. Until I hear otherwise, I'm going to stick with the cash price. Okay, let's get on to the best deals, and let's just do a little bit of gold here. We'll do the 1 gram gold, 122 at Summit Metals. Let's do the 1/10 gold maple, 369 at Summit Metals. Let's do a half-ounce gold eagle, 1701 at Summit Metals. The $5 commemorative is $8.15 in the slab with the 69 booby prize, but nonetheless cheaper than the raw coins over at Bullion Exchanges. And that is a 0.24 1 ounce of gold right there. Half-ounce Britannia can be had for 1,718 at Bullion Exchanges. A 1 ounce gold eagle, 3,391 at Summit Metals. And a Buffalo is 3,431 at Bullion Exchanges. Best prices I can find anywhere on the internet, and I'm not sponsored by any bullion dealer. A gold Krugerrand is 3,336 at Bullion Exchanges. And moving up to Platinum Eagle, how expensive are those with platinum up to $1,000? 1,173. And a random platinum coin, sovereign platinum coin, 1,115 at SD Bullion. Okay, Silver Eagles this morning. It's going to be Bullion Exchanges in any quantity. 36.88 for one, 36.58 for a tube of 20. Those are backdate BU Silver Eagles. Everything's BU unless I say otherwise. Let's keep rolling here. And BU random maple is $35.39 any quantity pricing at Golden Eagle. A kangaroo is $36.12 at Hero Bullion. And a messed up kangaroo, $34.52. If you think silver is silver, you could pick up some ugly kangaroos over at Hero Bullion. A Britannia is $35.48 at Bullion Exchanges, and a Krugerrand is $35.61 at Summit Metals. A Philharmonic has been cheaper lately, $35.08 at Bullion Exchanges. Let's keep moving here. The Eagle Privy Eagle can be had for $45.93 at Bullion Exchanges. On to Costco, and prices I think the same as yesterday. Silver bar $369, gold maple $3,429, a Buffalo or an Eagle $3,489. And random gold in assay, actually it's a rand bar, $3,429. And here you'd use your executive club membership and a 2% rebate credit card to get a deal right around or below spot. Let's keep going to junk in the trunk, and that is 24.04 at Hero, and in a larger quantity over at Pinehurst, it is 23.88 times face. And a little pricey on junk right there. Okay, let's go to the kilo. Oh, I want to go back up to that new coin. The kilo is going to be 1,087 for a random kilo at Monument Metals. The 2 ounce goose coin, which I like, is on pre-order, 73.38 for 2 ounces, and that is going to be a pretty nice little coin right there. But the unlimited mintage don't buy that for a flip, but I think it'll be a pretty nice little coin. Okay, you can pick up the pocket pinger over on eBay, and let's try to find some good deals on eBay. $35 for the pocket pinger from Sound Money Metals. If you do that, which it'd be very nice to have, especially if you're doing garage sales or peer-to-peer or swap meet or whatnot, that'd be a very handy tool to have in your pocket. And you'll want to pick up the app, which is totally free, link on my website, and probably a pair of calipers as well. Let's do Silver Eagles and hope for something good here. We got impaired eagles. Let's see what those look like. It's good seller, good feedback, and I doubt they'll be as bad as these pictures here. Probably could be cleaned up, but never sell cleaned coins as BU. Shame on you if you do that. Let's see, 718. Oh, they're down to one tube. 718 would put you at 36 a coin, 35 out the door for Cull Eagles, 35 out the door if that strikes your fancy. I think you can get a little better deal on the dealers on YouTube. Let's keep going here. Let's try to find, oh, I didn't do the BU. So 718 for the Culls and 749 for the BU from a good seller. That is 37.50, 36.50 out the door. So the Culls look to be the better deal. How about in a lot of 100? 37.40 and 36.40 out the door for Eagles. Nobody giving their Eagles away this morning. The rotation, Maples, Tuba 25, 902. Tuba Britannia's is 799. I don't know what that is. 892. A tube of Kangaroos is 908. Got to beat 892. A tube of Krugerrands is 897. We did not beat 892. And on the cheat sheet, excuse me, 892 is going to be about 34.60 a coin. So what was that 892 coin? That one right there. Nice old Britannia's. And a good price on a tube of 25 Britannias from a good seller, good feedback, free shipping. You could buy that all day long. If you're buying silver today, let's keep going. Go small. Okay, and let's do Philharmonics. Philharmonics are 717. That's going to be about 36, about 35 out the door for Philharmonics. After a 3% rebate, I recommend the PayPal credit card or the American Express Clear Blue Cash credit cards to get your 3% back. That's how you score big on eBay, and I do not fear eBay, not at all, if you're just careful about what you buy. Okay, 24.3. No, we don't want worn, and we don't want $5. We want a full tube of 40 quarters. 24.9 puts you at about 24.2 out the door. For a small lot of junk. A big lot of junk is going to be, you don't want the slicks. Those go by weight, not by dollar value. Don't let a dealer take advantage of you by trying to sell you slicks based on their dollar value. $100 face bag, $24.40, and they are dimes. And that would be about 75 cents off. It would put you at about $23.70. Pretty good price on dimes right there if you're buying junk. And you can check the calculator on my website to see how much that is over melt. A big old bag of Mercs is $25.66, under 25 times face out the door. Good seller right there if you like the Mercs. Okay, let's keep going here. We'll skip the Carson Cities and the Morgans and do the vintage bar of the day, which is a Metal RX or a Metal Rex. I'm not sure how you say that. That's a beautiful old bar, odd weight bar, Metal Rex, Reno, Nevada. Got a big bubble on the top. Ooh, I like that bar. And look how beautifully they polished that on the back. They took some time with their silver, obviously. And this is up for bid. It ends in 7 days. $4.54 for this bar is the current bid. I don't have one, and that may not go cheap. Just so you see it there. Cheapest kilo, which I forgot to do, is $11.19, under $1,100 out the door for a silver kilo if you're buying this weekend. A kilo kook is $11.77, about $11.40 out the door, and a small lot of a big lot of 1 ounce rounds, $34.53, $33.53 out the door for very nice looking rounds right there from Pinehurst. And that is about $1 over spot. You can't beat that. How about in a small lot? Small lot is 35 a coin, 34 out the door for, I think that's the same. Nope, different seller, bullion.com. That's okay as well. Oh, you can get the prospectors. Oh, shiver me timbers. What do we got here? Secondary market prospectors? Are those the Englehards? No, those are Those are the knockoffs. Okay, don't be fooled. There's old prospectors and there's new prospectors. They're calling these secondary market, but there's still the new version. It's a Sunshine Mint round, so that's pretty cool. I like Sunshine Mint products. And it is a prospector, but it is not the vintage prospector. It is a remake. These would cost you about $34.50, $33.50, mid 33s, about $1 over spot for these prospector remakes. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. That's not a bad little coin there. A Sunshine Mint is a premium product as well. How about the Cowboy rounds this morning? Those are going for 36 a coin, 35 out the door. They've been cheaper. 100-ounce bars are going as cheap as... This one is still here. This bell can be $34.50, $33.50 out the door for that one with a good credit card. 1 gram gold. Let's find some good gold this morning. 1 gram gold, 120, about 116 out the door. 1/10 random gold is going to be $3.59, about $3.49 out the door. That's a little too good to be true. Let's see. Good seller, good feedback, free shipping. Okay. Well, there is just fractional gold right there. That's been up for a while now. He's got 5 available. Get you over your sales tax limit. Well, maybe not. And $3.59 take about $10 off. $3.49 for 1/10 gold. No assay, but that's not a bad deal right there. And you can get a random 1/10 sovereign, varied condition. Probably is in varied condition. I get the sovereign over the bar. Let's see, what is the condition of these? And they are random brand, and they are, oh my God, they're going to make me read it. Let's see. I can't read that. Secondary market gold. The pictures look pretty fair. So about $3.50 out the door for 1/10 random gold. I like that deal right there if you're buying today. Let's keep going here. Let's go up to let's do a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. 688 comes from Thailand. Now you don't buy that, right? If you buy that and you get a fake, shame on you. 1/4 ounce gold, nothing from Thailand, please. And let's get up to something decent. Yeah, this is still here, the 876 Bison, 1/4 ounce of gold, minus 3%. Let's go up to 10 gram gold. I don't know, maybe we'll find a deal there. 1142, you take $30 off, you'd be pretty close to 1100 on 10 grams of gold. That's about 110 a gram. Not too bad. Perth Mint. The Perth Mint bars are heavily faked. And as I said to a member recently, I trust, if the way I shop on eBay, I don't really have any problems with fakes. Except I do fear the 1 ounce bar in assay, unless it's coming from a big seller like a BGASC or, a Bullion Exchanges, Liberty Coin, Pinehurst Coins. They're going to check their gold, but there are a lot of fakes of the gold bars in assay. So I have a little trepidation with those. Otherwise, eBay's the bomb. Okay, 1 ounce gold, and it's going to be random, and let's see what we can find. It's going to certainly not be $2,000. And let's find something good here. We don't want $5 gold eagle, I don't think so. I'm going to skip the bars in assay and go to a maple here. Who are you? You're a 4 feedback seller. You don't buy from 4 feedback sellers. Okay, here's a Krugerrand from big seller with great feedback, and actually the feedback's only 99.3, but I've had nothing but luck with bullion.com or Bullion LLC. I think you can trust them. So there is a beautiful BU Krugerrand, 34.34. 3% off of that gets you $100 off. You'd be at 33.34. And spot is, got to go back. Hold on. Spot gold is 33.23. So that is basically at spot right there. Pick that up any day of the week. and that's going to beat the dealer prices after your 3% rebate, and then you can buy multiples and get $10 off. Okay, so that's a good deal on a Krugerrand. I'm glad we looked. How about a 1-ounce Gold Eagle? They have not been giving those away lately. Costco or Walmart are going to be your best bet on those. And a lot of complaints about Walmart, I forgot to mention. So some people are getting below spot deals, especially gold, over on Walmart. They're not charging them sales tax. They are fulfilling the order. Some people are getting great deals and then having the orders canceled, especially when spot price rises right after they buy it. The combination of a Walmart and an SD bullion, for example, is a dangerous combination. They may renege on the deal. Other people do these deals and they get them and they're very, very happy with them. I don't know exactly what the consensus is, but Walmart is a mixed bag. They could screw you on sales tax. They could screw you by canceling your order. It is kind of a dual relationship between the big dealers and Walmart when they sell, and really anything can happen, but you can get some good deals on Walmart. I'm kind of tired of messing around with them myself because there's just too much grief. But some people, a person yesterday picked up that deal I showed you on the Gold Philharmonic, got it for over $100 under spot, and it shipped. So, it's a mixed bag on Walmart. Anyway, if you want to pick this up from Liberty Coin, you'll be out the door at about $33.68, and that'll just be a little bit over spot right there for a Gold Eagle. BU random date good seller. Better feedback than bullion.com. Interesting. Okay. Now, I don't know why Liberty hasn't been having the gold sales lately. There was a time there where Liberty had a lot of gold very cheap, and now they don't seem to have anything cheapest in the market. But here they are selling their Gold Eagles. You may ask, how can they sell these with all the fees on eBay? I'll tell you a secret. Some of the big dealers have very lucrative deals with eBay on the fees. Okay, they don't all pay those fees. Just letting you know that. That's how this works. You use your 3% credit card, cash back, and you'll be smoking happy with that beautiful Gold Eagle. At least that's what I think. Buffalo this morning can be had for $35.40, about $34.40 out the door, not as good. A gold Krugerrand can be had for, it's a half ounce. I thought I wanted a 1-ounce gold Krugerrand. There it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, $34.34, about $33.34 out the door. I already found that deal earlier. The Tudor Beast gold quarter-ounce coins have been pretty reasonably priced, $8.96 for the quarter. And for the 1-ounce, I want to check something while I'm here. For the 1-ounce, $34.69, about $33.69. For the unicorn, goofy as hell. I think these Tudor Beast images are very goofy. The only one I like is the dragon, $34.86 for that. Yeah, not as cheap as $34.69. If I was going to get one of these, I'd get this really neat dragon right here. While I'm here, I wanted to check on something for you. You know, I love that completer coin. They're selling out everywhere. It's not a coin, it's a bar. I like the 10-ounce better than the 1-ounce. It is a Royal Mint product, and I got mine at about $38 an ounce. But there is a 5-gram gold completer bar, Royal Mint, that I believe sold out, and some people are just making hay with this. Let's see what the cheapest price we can get on that is on eBay. There's good seller, good feedback, free shipping. Okay, what, $9.24? What's the melt on that? Let's do it. $9.24 divided by 5 is going to be $184 a gram times 31.1. Now you can get an eBay discount on this, but look what these are going for, guys. And people told me about them. I dawdled on this, and I just hate buying directly from the Royal Mint. I can't stand it. Their website is so goofed up, and their shipping is really atrocious, and you really can't return it once you get it in America. But look what that melt value on that 5-gram gold completer coin is. Now, they didn't sell that close to spot, but that's nearly a $6,000 melt on the 5-gram completer. And Anyway, if you can find one at a reasonable price, you may want to pick that up. Let me keep moving here. And $5 commemorative is I don't like this image here. I don't know what they're selling. 841 for a $5 commemorative from BGASC -3%. And there's stuff in my eBay store. Ask me for a friend discount. The bars I pour, I'd be happy to pour one for just for you. If there's something special you want, let me know. I haven't been pouring much lately. And other bars that are interesting. Here's the precious metals verifier, which would be a good tool to have, and the food saver to vacuum seal. Hell, well, those Royal Mint products are very prone to spotting. But the completer bar came in pretty thick plastic. What do they call it? Well, whatever the plastic thing is, they put those in. I don't think those are going to tarnish, but they could still milk spot, as you know, with any Royal Mint product. Here's the Amex card. I really think you ought to get it. And when you use it and get that 3% cash back, please pay it off immediately. Do not run a balance on your credit cards, and they're going to throw you $200 or $250 after you buy an ounce of gold or so. And it works in the grocery store, on Amazon, etc. Here's the PayPal card for mere mortals with average credit. Again, this is 3%, and this one's unlimited cash back. You've got to have this card, but you also have to pay it off when you use it. And somebody said there's a red flag on my website because I'm promoting credit cards. Well, you son of a bitch, come on. What do you guys want? I'm showing you how to get the best deals. There's people like that just, scan through videos and find something negative. They can just go away, okay? We're here as a community to find the best deals. You can do so by following the chat room. Great smart people in there. You can follow my videos and my links. You can buy stuff using a credit card or buy it from the dealer with a check, whatever it is. We're just trying to find the best deals. And if I recommend a credit card, it's damn well because you're saving money doing it. And, I've spent a lot of money on these credit cards and got a lot of savings. And it always pays off in the end. It lowers your basis. That's one of the reasons I like eBay so much. But you can shop anywhere I show you here. And the haters just go away, okay? Quicksilver card is also a great card. Okay, let's keep going. The picks of the day. And going to go back to, they still got these BU pre-21 Morgans at 47.99 each. I'd get a whole tube if I got those from SD Bullion. Maybe you'll get a solid date tube. Here I said it was great potential. And I do everything. Okay, I pour silver, I buy silver, I stack silver, I flip silver, I sell on eBay. I just do everything. I'm a holistic kind of a stacker. And this is a great flip, will be a great flip. Now, not as great at $40, and the 10-ounce completer, I think, is the better purchase. Silver completer. And you can find them. Now, I don't believe you can find them here. Oh my God, $366? No, that's what it was. You could have got them as cheap as $380. I don't remember $366. But if you're looking for this bar because you like to stack elect, you're a little bit of a collector as well, or maybe you have a store, maybe you sell on Facebook. I don't know how you sell your silver. It won't be at the coin shop, okay? That's not where you sell stuff like this. But the coin shop in Canada ships to the United States, does not charge sales tax, and their shipping charges are reasonable. Now, they had about 5 of these the other day. I don't know if somebody bought them, but Queen's Beast, completer. If you're really hankering for this in the 10-ounce format, it is right here. Okay, and do they still have it? Might be out, might be slow ship. Yeah, you're going to have to pay $4.24, but you're going to pay a lot more for that on eBay. And they charge 4% on PayPal. Crypto is a plus 1%. You can mail them a check, okay? That's the way I do it. I mail them a check. And the way I do it is you just put postage on you write a check. You can send them a U.S. check. You put it in the postage. It is an international envelope. It might cost you $1 or $2 postage. You mail it off to them. Takes about 10 days. They'll cash your check, and they will ship this to you from the U.S. Okay, they have a U.S. distribution point. New York probably. So there's a place to get one of those if you missed it and you really, really, really want it badly. Don't pay, $4.70 on AppMex or $4.50 on eBay. I'd buy it this way with a check, and that's my secret weapon there. Yeah, if there's something goes out of stock in the U.S., you can often find it at the coin shop in Canada, and that works fine. The Black Flag round is still only $40. Can't sell them. Okay, collector market is not very strong right now. Let's keep going here, and I think we want to get to the commendations and salutations. And there we go to the 3 coin shops on YouTube. I highly recommend 3 ways to support my work. You guys are really the bomb, and nice cups of coffee. Thank you so much, and members, I do appreciate you. Let's do a shout out to the members. What do you say? Okay, and before I shout out my new members, please give me a thumbs up. I really greatly appreciate that. If you know a friend that is paying way too much, they're just, dedicated to SD bullion because some talking head tells you to go there, share my video with them. Better yet, share it on social media. That helps the channel. Let's get everybody buying silver and gold at the lowest possible prices. You make money on metals when you buy. Not always when you sell. So lower your basis, follow me, and I'll help you do what I've been doing for over a decade now. And let's shout out the new members. Mike James, thank you for joining. And going back a little bit, Mike Steele, Caleb Leibold, Base Metal Jackal, Clayton Hoskinson, Ken Work, Lawrence Jachter, Chris St. Germain, AJG Inc. KC, April Christensen, and it doesn't usually let me scroll. Brent, yeah, that's what it does to me. But we'll just page through all the members there. And again, guys, I highly recommend you don't use your real name on YouTube. Just don't do that. Make up a fake name. Get a different moniker of some kind. Because YouTube can be a dangerous place. I am very, very, very cautious on YouTube. The things you don't disclose on YouTube are your name, your phone number, of course your address. You don't disclose those things on social media either. Okay, your name, your phone number, your email, okay, any of those things, your location, any of those things can be used to track you down, knock you in the head, and steal your giant stack. The bigger your stack, the more cautious you should be. So don't use your real names anywhere, guys. I do have trouble keeping track of you because you all use different names in the chat room, different names on your emails, etc. If you send me an email, I will not disclose that email to anybody ever. If you subscribe to my website, bestsilvergolddeals.com, I will not sell your list to anyone ever. Your email is sacred. What I recommend you do is use fake names everywhere, okay? And all the demographics should be incorrect. You should use monikers of some kind on all social media. You should never disclose your phone number or get into, a whatnot chat or something that discloses your phone number or your real email. So if you want to transact in those ways, you need a fake email, okay, not your real name. You need a fake name. You need to not use your phone number, all right? When I communicate with members or anybody, I'm happy to help out. I use Zoom. Why do I do that? Because you can do that using your email. You can do that using a fictitious email that is not your personal email. Be smart out there. This peer-to-peer stuff is very, very dangerous, and just watch out, guys. Just watch out. You've got something that everybody wants, and there's a lot of deadbeats out there that would love to find, 10 grand of silver lying around your house, or do, God forbid, big stacks of gold. So be very, very careful on all social media. Google, Yahoo, Facebook, they all want to disclose who you are, trace and track you. So be smarter than they are. Mix them up, okay? And yeah, I know you may not be able to transact as easily, but that's my recommendation to you all. And please don't use your real name in my member profiles, because people on YouTube can see that. With that said, thank you for the thumbs up. I hope you have a good day today if you're buying. And looks like we're going to have, we're right in this pot pocket here for the weekend, and then next week is a new week. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. Bye now.